Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Destiny, and I will be your host today for the Awesome Girls Read Along. The Awesome Girls Read Along series brings some of our favorite books to our computer screen and allows girls across the nation to read along with our authors. Today, we're going to be reading along with Jasmine Wright, the author of I'm Gonna Push Through. We are so excited that you are here with us today.
I'm excited to be here.
So if you are joining us today, it is likely via computer or phone, and then you have the option to put questions in the log. There are also tabs that you'll see across the top of the screen, so please feel free to explore those at any time. There's also an option to download the handouts in the tabs, so please make sure you do those before you come off. So, like I said, everyone, my name is Destiny, and I am a Girl Scout employee located in Atlanta, Georgia. I am so excited to be here with you all today. So some of the things I really enjoy about being a Girl Scout employee is truly being able to meet and work with all girls all across the nation. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. So I live in Atlanta, Georgia, as I said, and you all live all across the United States. So we're so excited to see so many of you all represented across our nation. So today, you won't need anything but your listening ears to read along today with Jasmine. If you have any questions, as I mentioned, please feel free to put them in the chat. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our author today, Jasmine Wright. Jasmine has been an inner city elementary teacher for 10 years, and Jasmine's empowering in and out of the box teaching style has been featured in a Gap Kids back to school commercial, as well as various national and international media platforms. Her mantras and teaching philosophies have been adapted into adult and elementary classrooms across 19 US states, 25 countries, and 5 continents. Visit the Push Through organization at wepushthrough.org. Welcome, Jasmine.
Hello, how are you today?
Doing great.
I'm excited to be here with you all. Should I just start and give a background into who I am and to start the book?
Yes, please.
Awesome. So again, hello everyone. My name is Jasmine. Background, I am a school teacher. I've taught for 10 years. I don't know if I look that old or not, but I've taught for 10 years. And guess what? One of the grades that I taught was kindergarten. I taught kindergarten for 3 years, and believe it or not, that was my favorite grade to teach. So before I go into the book and I engage in this read along with you, I just want to tell you how the book came about. So in my classroom, when I taught 3rd grade in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a couple of years ago, I would always tell my kids to push through. Sometimes they would say things like, man, I don't believe in myself. Or they would say things like, this is too hard. Or I just can't do this. Or they would say things like, man, I just don't get it. I'll never be able, maybe I'm not strong enough. And so what I wanted them to do is I wanted them to believe in themselves and to believe that they can do anything that they put their minds to if they just work hard and have patience with themselves. So I created this chant, this kind of call and response chant called I'm going to push through. And then one day, one of my students told me to put it on my Facebook page so that my mom can see. And after I asked all of the parents, I put it on my page, and guess what? The entire world saw the video, and it kind of scared me. And then everyone is asking, what is this push through chant? What is this push through chant? And so then one day I decided to make it into a book. And as you'll see here in the book, I love the book because everyone looks so different. And that's because the push through chant has really spread all around the world. And I wanted each kid who picks up this book to say, hey, that person looks like me, or he looks like me, or she, sorry, or he looks like me, or she looks like me. So any kid who picks up this book can say, if they can push through, then I can do it too. So now I'm going to take you through the book. And at times I'm going to pause and stop and ask some questions. Well, just talk about some pictures that are my favorite. So I'm going to push through. And when I'm finished the book, we get to do something really exciting. So hold on for that. turn this for you. I'm gonna push through. Okay, see, I love this picture. See, everyone is doing the push through hands. The push through hands are when you extend your hands like this. All of the children are saying they're gonna push through. Hold your head high, no matter what stands in the way of your dreams. Remember this, you can push through anything. You'll see that there's a cloud here, and that's the little girl. She's in kindergarten, and she's looking at all of these negative thoughts or bad thoughts that tells her that she's not good enough. And she's looking at this cloud, and she's saying, if someone tells you it's too hard, don't you ever listen. You tell them, I'm gonna push through. Think of those before you who never gave up. Now, before we get into this page, I want you to see that everyone here looks different. And these are examples of different people from all over the world who are older and younger, who also had some challenging times, who also had to push through in order for them to be where they are today. Some of them are former presidents, some of them are actors and actresses and athletes, and they've all pushed through a challenge. So Barack Obama, he pushed through. Malala Yousafzai, she pushed through. Oprah Winfrey, she pushed through. George Takei, he pushed through. Jillian Marsado, she pushed through. Diane Guerrero, she pushed through. LaDonna Braybull Allard, she pushed through. Jamie Brewer, she pushed through. Here are some more. Marley Diaz, she pushed through. LeBron James, he pushed through. Stephen Hawking, he pushed through. Sharice Davids, she pushed through. Juan Felipe Herrera, he pushed through. Mirai Nagasu, she pushed through. Tyler Perry, he pushed through. Trevor Noah, he pushed through. And if they can do it, I can do it too. If they can push through, I can do it too. You say it now. If they can do it, I can do it too. Gotta find you. There you go. What do you notice about this picture? This is my favorite picture in the entire book. Everyone looks so different. Everyone looks so different. Anybody can push through. Everybody is good enough. Now, here's the fun part. We're going to go through a bunch of pictures of different ways that people or students like you can push through. As you look through the pictures and as you hear the words, I want you to think about, what is one thing that you've had to push through? What is one picture that makes you think, man, I had to push through this challenge also? I had to work hard and try my best on this too. Which picture makes you feel like, oh, this picture reminds me of me this time in school, or this reminds me of me when I was learning how to ride my bike? What if it's too hard? I'm gonna push through. What if it's too tough? I'm gonna push through. What if you're afraid? I'm gonna push through. What if it's too rough? I'm gonna push through. What if you don't know how to do it? I'm gonna push through. Here we go. What if you just can't do it? I'm gonna push through. What if you're just too young? That's not true. What if you're not good enough? That's not true. What if you're not strong enough? That's not true. And if you look here, the question asks, what if you're just too young? You see that this baby girl here, she's starting a food drive. Maybe she noticed that someone was in need or someone needed her help, and she realized, I'm not too young to make a difference. I'm not too young to help someone else. I'm not too young to change the world, even if I start small. So what if you're just too young? That's not true. Tell me why. Because I can do anything I put my mind to. I believe in you. Chin up. Believe in yourself. Head high. Turn and tell someone. I love this picture. Here's another one of my favorite pictures. Sorry. Jasmine has this glare going on here. I'm pushing through right now. Turn and tell someone. Encourage them and say, I believe in you. Now ask them, do you believe in yourself? Sometimes if you tell a friend if they're feeling down, you just say to them, hey, it's going to be okay. I believe in you. Those words can really make them feel better, and that's you making a difference. Then you ask them, do you believe in yourself? And show them what that looks like, what that feels like. Here's another one of my favorites. It says, remember, you were born for a reason. Your life has meaning. What that means is every single person that's in this call, every single person in the world has a gift or something special to offer the world, something that they're going to give to make a difference. So everybody has a reason for being born. Everybody is special. So we have to push through so that we can do our special gifts and our special superpowers to make a difference in the world. Everyone has a purpose. Remember, you were born for a reason. Your life has meaning. That means you are somebody. You were birthed with a purpose, and it will be your goal to find it. You see this little lady here, she was born just a little bit different, right? But even she, as a baby, she was born with a purpose. See that little light? That means there's something special that shines bright inside of you. And it has to be her goal to find out what that purpose is. And you see, she's found her purpose. She believes in herself. And this just makes her even more special and unique and beautiful. Because one day in this world, you will make a difference and use your footprint to leave an imprint. Now, if you look at this picture, you'll see a collage. And what a collage is, it means just a bunch of pictures in one page, on one page. I want you to look at that collage. You see the little girl in the beginning who didn't, oh, here she goes, who didn't really believe in herself. She was struggling to push through. And now she's looking at a bunch of other people from all over the world who have also pushed through. And everyone looks different. And everybody faced the challenge confidently. They're not afraid of the challenges because they know that challenges make them stronger. And sometimes you have to be able to push through things or it's going to hurt. That doesn't mean that it's not best for you. Like when you were learning how to ride a bike, I'm pretty sure some of you, or you're still learning, so maybe you're falling a little bit, or you've fallen before, right? But you didn't stop because the pain, it might have hurt, but you didn't quit and you kept going because you knew that you wanted to be able to ride that bike one day. And now some of you are probably riding bikes with one hand or no hands at all, but be safe. Make sure you wear your helmet, right? So sometimes pushing through hurts, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't make you stronger. As you're doing your math problem in school, sometimes we get confused, or sometimes reading that word is a little bit challenging, but we have to keep trying and trying and trying until we get there. Because one day you'll be doing more than reading words. You'll be writing your own book one day. I can push through anything I put my mind to. Excellent. Now don't let anyone else in the world tell you otherwise. And you see all of the children in the beginning, and now they're walking confidently, and they're supporting each other. Say, I'm going to help you push through if you help me push through. And here's a funny picture before I end the book. You see her right here? When the video, the video that I posted to my Facebook page, the day that it went viral and took over the world and everything, that's exactly the outfit that I had on. That's how my hair looked. You'll see these hoop earrings. They're my favorite. That's the exact outfit I wore. So I can say that I have a cartoon character in a book now. And that is the end of the book. So there's one more thing that I want to do with you before I end this read aloud. Now, it's going to be a little weird for me because I can't really see you all, but I'm just going to hope that you follow along. So I'm going to teach you the push through chant. I'm going to show you the hand motions. I'm going to teach you what to say. So I'm going to do a practice run, and then we're going to do the real deal, and I'm going to hope that you follow along with me. Okay. So here's the practice. I'm going to ask you, what if it's too hard? And then you're going to say, with your hands, I'm going to push through. You got to like really extend your hands. So I say, what if it's too hard? You're going to say, I'm going to push through. Hands are crooked here. Okay. What if it's too tough? You say, I'm going to push through. Hands are crooked. What if it's too rough? There you go. I'm going to push through. Right? Then I'm going to ask you, what if you're just too young? Like, what if you're just too young to make a difference in somebody's life? You're going to say, that's not true. Like, what if you're just too young? That's not true. What if you're not good enough? That's not true. I'm going to ask you why, because, and then you're going to say, I can do anything I put my mind to. So why? Because I can do anything I put my mind to. All right, there's more. Say, I believe in you. You say, chin up. You're getting confident now. So I believe in you. Chin up. Believe in yourself. Put your shoulders back like a soldier, like you're confident. You say, head high. So I believe in you. Chin up. Believe in yourself. Head high. Tell me why. You say, we push through anything we put our minds to. All right. Now, you should have the words on your screen. So we're going to do the real deal. If you're not standing, I want you to stand up, stand tall, and stand confident. And if you can't stand, I just want you to put your shoulders back confidently because I don't want you to get in trouble, but I want you to say this chant as loud as you possibly can. Sorry, parents, because you're confident. All right. 1, 2, 3. What if it's too hard? I'm going to push through. What if it's too tough? I'm going to push through. What if it's too rough? I'm going to push through. What if you're just too young? That's not true. What if you're not good enough? That's not true. Why? Because I can do anything I put my mind to. I believe in you. Chin up. Believe in yourself. Head high. Tell me why. We push through anything we put our minds to. Excellent. Now give yourself a hug. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the book and the read aloud and the chant.
Hi, Jasmine. Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I enjoyed myself.
So I have a few questions for you if you are ready to do that. Does that sound good?
Sure. Let's do it.
So we talked about how you are a teacher, but we want to know a little bit more about did you ever see yourself becoming an author? So you talked about a student inspiring you, but I want to know a little bit more about if you ever saw yourself as an author.
Actually, yes, I did. I never knew the kind of book. So what I do, I love to write poetry, and spoken word and different poetry pieces. And I usually write them in my journal or type them on my computer. And I knew that one day I wanted to create a book, but I never really knew what the book would look like. And then when Push Through happened, I figured, how about my first book would be called I'm Going to Push Through? So, yeah.
Well, what is your favorite part? I have a 2-part question. So what is your favorite part of being an author? And then what is your favorite part of being a teacher?
Oh, that's a cool question. I would say my favorite part of being an author is that now I get to interact with children all over the world. I really love talking to kids, especially in person. And it's great that my book or my words are now impacting or my words, kids all over can now see my words and not just my classroom. And I like to put illustrations with pictures. And my favorite part of being a teacher is speaking with kids, talking to them about believing in themselves, talking to them about how to be confident, what it means to push through, and just different life lessons. I really enjoy that with kids.
That's amazing. And then what is your favorite thing to do outside of being an author and a teacher?
I like to spend time with my family.
Yeah.
And my 2 cats. So yeah, I'm usually with my mom a lot on the weekends, and my brothers. My younger brother is autistic, so he's a little, he's different. He also was my inspiration for the book as well. And him and I are really close, so I spend time with him and my mom a lot on the weekends.
That's amazing. I love spending time with my family too. Well, I think my last question would be, the illustration was beautiful in the book, and I really appreciated being able to see all different types of kids. So I want to know, as an author, did you have any say-so in that process, or were you able to kind of give a vision of what you wanted that book to look like?
Yes. When I wrote the book, in speaking to my publisher, I made sure, to let them know. I said, hey, Push Through has really spread around the world. I know that representation matters, or I know that kids need to be able to see themselves in the book, to identify with the characters. So my only 2 requests were that I want each kid who picks up this book to see themselves. That's it. I want the kids to be able to see themselves and, see examples of others who remind them of themselves. And I also wanted the illustrations or the push through scenarios to be different, so that kids can just get a range of that. You can push through anything. Oh, and finally, I wanted to push through hands in the book. So yeah, other than I said that, and then, the publisher and the illustrator, they brought the vision to life.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. This was a treat for me. I am going to go and I'm going to Push Through in stores. So I'm really excited to be able to read it myself and read it with some kids in my life.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. This was fun.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you. And then I am going to just tell you all about some of our other virtual events that are happening. So if you go and visit www.girlscouts.org/virtual events, you will see so many different virtual events that you can join with your friends, with your family, and you can also access past events. So we have had other read-along series. So if you're interested in those, please go and sign up for them. So also, www.girlscoutshop.com is where you can see all types of Girl Scout merch. And there are so many things for girls your age. So please feel free to check that out. And then our last thing that we want to let you know about is our next read-along event with our author, Susan Verde, and it is for the book, I Am One, a book of action. So please join us on Monday, September 14th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Girl Scouts is still happening. It's happening from home and online. So please feel free to continue to engage with us. And as I mentioned earlier, if you go to the top, you can see the different tabs that we have located. Feel free to download those so you can go back to them at any time. And we will see you next time. Bye. Thank you.